Okay, I'm a 49-year-old woman. I'm home by myself. Whatever am I going to do? I mean, I could clean the house, declutter, do all kinds of stuff. Nah, I don't really want to do that. Hmm, what am I going to do? No, yeah, another bad idea. What am I going to do? Hmm, think, think. There it is. I'm going to do a 24-hour reading vlog challenge. Yep, that's it. Okay.
What is going on in today's video. So, I don't know if you can see behind me. I'll scoot over. I have a little stopwatch on my little Kindle. Not little, but. And you see how it says 12 hours? Well, here's the deal. I, for the first time in over 25 years, probably close to 27 years, am home alone. I mean, nobody is here but me, the dog, and the cat, right? And so I thought, what could I do during that time to kind of keep me busy since it's my first time being alone in a long time, 25 plus years, 27 years. And I thought, why not do a reading challenge? So if I look a little bit like flustered right now, I've had technical difficulties, but we're getting it started. So this will be 12 hours. Now, in this challenge, I am not doing 24 hours straight. I am 49 years old. If I did that, I can't even imagine what would happen to my system. Okay, so we're going to do a 12-hour and then a 12-hour for the next over the next 2 days, which will equal 24 hours. Okay, so we're going to start right now because we're doing bookish stuff. So let's start. There we go. Okay, we're going. So here are the rules, and here's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to set this down. We're going to talk about what's on our TBR. We're going to talk about how we're going to do this. Okay, so first of all, of course, I can't just sit and read for 24 hours and not do anything. I have responsibilities. I have a dog, a cat to take care of. I have a house to take care of. I'm taking care of my daughter's animals because she's out of town. So I have things to do. So while I'm doing those said things and I can't be sitting down reading, I will be listening to this will be a second time I've read it, and this will be listening to Iron Flame by Rebecca Uros. I am 18% through with that book, and it is I think it's like a 28-hour book. So that should get me through everything, like all the stuff and then some. I will have more than enough audiobook to do. So when I'm cleaning or whatever, or eating even, because I watch YouTube videos or something on TV, I won't be doing that. I will be um, listening to my audiobook. So, because I can do that, because I'm all by myself. I'm actually looking forward to this. So, this is on, and also there's two other things I'm already in the midst of reading. And one of them is usually I do this in the morning, but I didn't get a chance to this morning because I was trying to get a workout in. I do strength training 3 times a week, and today was my strength training day. So, and I wanted to get a walk in and all that jazz. So I didn't get a chance to do that. But this will be, I'm reading a chapter of this. So later on, I'll be reading this. I'm on chapter 16. I'm really enjoying it. I'll be talking about that. I'm doing a 75 soft challenge, and I need to do an update video on that. That'll be coming out soon. I know I'm well over the 10 days. If you watch the video, you probably haven't, but if you have, I know I'm over it. The problem with doing some of these challenges is I get so caught up in the challenge I forget to not vlog, but I will vlog in this one because I'm super excited. So, and I'm currently, my current read on deck, physical read, is Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murders by Jesse Q. Sutanto. I'm gonna have to look up how to read that, how to say that. Anyways, and I'm on page 164. Okay? Yeah, I know. I stopped in the middle of a chapter, and sometimes that's just life, and that's the way it happens. So that's what we're going to be on. That's going to be currently. When I get done with that, I have 3 other books that are on my TBR that I want to get done before the end of the month. So I'll hopefully be moving on to those. So the first one is, well, I don't know, whatever one I feel like reading when I'm done. Probably this one because it's small. It's a short one. Is A Court of Frost and Starlight. I believe this is Nesta's story, and it is only 252 pages. Well, that's the acknowledgement. So, yeah, this is a short one. If you know anything about these books, you know. If you know, you know. And these are usually really long. So this I should be able to get through fairly quickly. And if for some reason I'm just busting them out and I'm getting them done, the next one of the other books I have is Finley Donovan is Killing It. And I think it's another cozy mystery. So I'm looking forward to reading that. And the next one is Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis. So, yeah, 4 hours in, roughly 4 hours in. Got my coffee with my raspberry white chocolate International Delight Creamer. Love that. That's my favorite. Okay, haven't got a lot of reading done in my physical book. I haven't touched my Let Them book. I will sit down and read that in a minute. I was busy doing some housework and running an errand. I had to take care of my daughter's cats. So I had to go over there and I hung out with them for a little bit because they're not used to being by themselves. And I did read, and I'm on page 188 and start at 164. I don't know what the math is on that. I'll put the number in here. But I have been listening quite a bit during lunch and stuff to my audiobook, which is Iron Flame. And I started out at 18% on that, and I'm now at 34%. So that's my reading update. 4 hours in. Got a lot of my audiobook done, not a lot of my physical read, but that's okay because that's just the way it works. This next 8 hours, I probably won't get as much audiobook, but I'll get a lot more physical read. Maybe even I'll Yes. So finish this one. Um, so excited. Got that finished. Good morning. This is day 2 of our 24-hour challenge. And I've kind of already started the clock. Okay. I think, yeah, I started the clock. Um, I read all but I think I got to 40 minutes last night, like 39 minutes and 46 seconds, I believe. I wrote it down. Let me check. Yes, I got to 39 minutes and 46 seconds, and I stopped. I had actually, and the reason being is because I was going through things faster and I was getting farther ahead. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I was doing better than I thought I was going to do. So I just kind of, plus, I just kind of was like tired and I was a little burnt out. So I was like, okay, I don't want to completely burn myself out. So I'd rather maybe not accomplish the challenge the way everybody else does it, but am I accomplishing it in my book? Yes, absolutely. So let's talk about what we did read yesterday and what we got done. So, as audiobook wise, let me look it up. Audiobook wise, we got to open it up 34% of Iron Flame, which to me, that's a lot considering this book is 28 hours long. So 30%, over 30%, we have 18 hours left, right? So that's good. I mean, obviously, I started it before yesterday, but we got to 34%. So that's good. Got that done. I also I didn't feel like doing some housework last night, or else I would have, I don't know, I was being a little lazy, but I'll explain why. So I finished this yesterday afternoon before I ate dinner. Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers. I started on 164 and I got to 297. Again, at the end of the bottom of the screen, I'll put down my exact page count. I finished this. This was really good. Did not see the ending coming. Really good. I really enjoyed that. And there's a second one, and I have it on hold, so I plan on reading that. I also completely read this. Now I know this is a novella, okay, and I want to give a little review of this book as well. Okay, I felt like the publishers were like, "Hey Sarah, write us a Christmas book," and maybe everybody else knows this. It was not about Nesta like I thought it was. Nesta was in it, obviously, but it wasn't her story. I thought it was going to be. I don't know why. I think the next one is, but it was kind of like there was no pertinent information to the story. Was it good? It was good, but I can see why people don't like it as much, or it didn't get as high of ratings. Maybe I know people like it. I know people are fans of the series, diehard fans. Was it good? Yes. Did it continue the story? It kind of could have been put in. I get it though. I get what happened. She wanted to write this possibly, and her other books are so long, so she had to put it as a novella. It was good. It was good. It was light. It was lighter, I will say, than most of her stuff. So, but I really enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. I gave it 3 stars, which is kind of a low rating. Maybe I should have went up on that. Maybe I was or 4 stars. Did I give it 4 stars? I think I gave it 3 stars. I don't know. It was okay. It was okay. I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna stick with my 3 star rating. It was 3 stars. It wasn't pertinent to the rest of the series. It wasn't any new information. It just was Christmas. Now, there's one section I want to read. There was one thing, because this isn't my book, it's a library book, so I can't mark in it. But I did have something I wanted to read. So, um, she had ran up to somebody, she was shopping and ran into somebody who was making a tapestry and had a silver line going through, a silver thread going through it, and she's like, "What is that silver thread?" And the lady said, "Hope." She says, um, and so this is Feyre's talking to the shop lady, and she said, "I ignored her words. How?" I gestured to the loom, the half-finished piece taking form on its frame, the art on the walls. How do you keep creating despite what you've lost? Her husband had died in the war. Whether she noted the crack in my voice, she didn't let on. The weaver only said, her sad, sorrowful gaze meeting mine, I have to. The simple words hit me like a blow. The weaver went on, I have to create, or it's all for nothing. I have to create, or I will crumple with despair and never leave my bed. I have to create because I have no other way of voicing this. Her hand rested on her heart, and my eyes burned. Is it hard? The weaver said, staring, never leaving mine. And it hurts. But if I were to let this loom or the spindle go silent, she broke a gaze at the last look to the tapestry. Then there would be no hope shining in the void. My mouth trembled. The weaver reached over and squeezed my hand, her calloused fingers warm on mine. I had no words to offer her, nothing to convey what surged in my chest, nothing other than I would like to buy the tapestry. I just thought that just was really, really heartfelt. And I think that's why I like these characters. I like Feyre for that reason, because she is like that. And that spoke to me in a way that um, I understand. I understand. Um, I've been through a lot of things in my life, and you just have to keep going. You just have to keep creating. You just have to keep doing whatever it is. You got to keep doing it. So I related with that. I relate that lately. Not to get into something deep, and I'm not going to get into a whole story. I've had some things happen, and doing this has really helped. So I understood that on another level. But anyways, back to our sorry, didn't mean to get so deep, but I just thought that was really deep, and I really enjoyed that. And if you're watching this and you're going through something, then maybe that will help you. So anyways, so on to new things. So we're going to continue listening to our audiobook today. Like I said, I told you I already started the timer. Did I tell you that? If I didn't, I already started the timer. I was reading though. Don't think I was cheating. Every morning I get up and I read my Bible. That also has helped, by the way. That's a big major help. Without that, I don't know if this would be as good, or well, I won't say as good, but that is first and foremost. This takes second under that. Okay, I want to say that. But anyways, so I already started reading my Bible. I already read my Let Them chapter. I really like that. And today I will be starting, Lessons in Chemistry. I'm really excited to read this. Like I said, I thought this was a different type of book than it is. So I'm really excited. It's like a lit fiction kind of book, historic fiction kind of book, I think, from what I've heard. So I love that. And it's a little break. And then okay. So this and The Surrogate by Frida McFadden are the only two left on my TBR that I wrote out, I believe. I'll have to look at my list, but I'm pretty sure that's it. And I will have finished, if I finish those three books, I believe I have actually finished my set TBR, which has never happened since I started this channel. Before that, I didn't really set a TBR, but when I started this channel, that's when I started setting TBR, and I've not done that. So if I do that, I will be so excited. I think I've finally fine-tuned my number of books that I can accomplish in months, and I think it means I picked out a really good TBR because I got through it. Plus, I think this challenge also helps. Yeah, because I get a lot more time reading. But anyways, and Iron Flame was not on my TBR, but I did listen to one of my books on my TBR on audio. So, and we'll talk about that in the video for to catch that video. So anyway, so Lessons in Chemistry is what we're starting today. Starting a new book, new day of the challenge. We are 11 hours. We have 11 hours and 13 minutes left, and I'm actually going to turn on my audiobook and do some housework. And then I have to run my errand and take care of my daughter's cats because she's out of town. And then we'll sit down and read this afternoon. I may do a workout. I think I'm going to do a Pilates workout, so obviously I won't be reading it, but that's okay. We're learning how to navigate this thing. Am I getting more reading in? Yes. Was that the purpose? That was the goal? Yes. So are we accomplishing that goal? Yes. Okay. Welcome back to another check-in. So it's been hours, and by hours, I mean it's been hours. I got into cleaning my house, and I've been listening to my audiobook. So let's do a time check-in. I think it's asleep. Wake up. Okay, we have we're just under 5 hours. 5 hours left, and I have not been reading the whole time, but for the most part of it, I have, except when I was eating lunch. I ended up watching the video. I did get through to 56% on my audiobook because I've been listening to that. And I just started this. I'm only like 10 pages in. It's cute so far. Hold on. Actually, I'm 14 pages in. So I thought we'd do some reading real quick, and I just wanted to give you that update. So let's get to it. And let's Welcome back to the book. I thought I would do a conclusion on our 24-hour challenge. So, to recap, on the first day we read mostly, not all, uh, for 40, except for 40 minutes, right? And I finished Vera Wong's Unsolicited Guide to Murderers, Unsolicited Advice for Murderers. I really enjoyed that, and I started and finished A Court of Frost and Starlight. That was math, but I really it was okay. It was. I'll talk more about that later. And then yesterday I started and got to 164 on this um, lessons in chemistry. I am really enjoying this book. I also listened to Iron Flame over the last couple of days. I think I started at like 7% and now I'm at like 56%. So, got a lot done. Did listen to a lot of audiobook yesterday because I did some housework and stuff. So I didn't get to read as much. And yesterday I did cut my challenge an hour early because my husband came home and I wanted to spend time with him. So that's what I did. We actually watched one of my favorite movies, and don't laugh at me, but this is actually one of my favorite movies, and I love this movie, okay? Every single time I love this movie. I love characters in this movie. If you know, you know that if you listen to my Lonesome Dove rant, you know I love Robert Duvall, and Robert Duvall's in this movie, Nicolas Cage, and that is gone in 60 seconds. This is not a movie channel, but I just want to tell you the new one is better than the old one. I'm sorry. It is. And I just really love that movie. And so we actually watched that movie. I had started it earlier because our internet was out, and when I was eating I wanted to watch it something, so I put that on, and I only got like 20 minutes of it, and then when he came home we finished it. So that's what we did last night, and then we just hung out. So yes, so that's where we're at. So we had a wonderful challenge. I will be doing this again, maybe differently. Will I ever do it 24 hours straight? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That will never happen here. You'll have to go somewhere else for that one if you want that somewhere, because that's not going to happen. But I did enjoy it. I did have fun. I did get a lot of reading done. And yes, no, I did not read the whole time, but that's okay, because you know what? At the end of the day, the purpose was to read more, to have fun, and enjoy what we were doing, and that's what we did. So I'm not going to even say it was a loss. I think it was a win. And every time I do things, I learn about myself, and I'm learning a lot, and that's just the fun of the game. And I was looking forward to putting this video out, to be honest. And so I'm looking forward to that. And new editing skills I'm going to try, and all kinds of things. So we're just building and we're growing. And that was the whole purpose of this channel. And to talk about what our books and what we like to read and learn about ourselves. So I hope you are having a good time and that you enjoyed this video, and like and subscribe, and write below how you would do this challenge and what would be the rules you would do. And that'll be it. I will see you in the next one. Okay? Bye bye.